Small island developing states, such as the Caribbean region, are severely affected by climate change. We live in the second most hazard-prone region globally. As a result, the Caribbean has lost billions of dollars due to climate-related impacts. So how does climate change affect our health? Studies have shown that the impact of climate change leads to food and water insecurity, which directly impacts people's health and well-being. In addition, with the extreme heat we have been experiencing in Barbados, there is an increased chance of people suffering from heat strokes and vector-borne and infectious diseases. One area in which Barbados is being affected is its wetlands. As Barbados faces rising sea levels, mangroves play a critical role as they reduce the likelihood of flooding and coastal erosions. UNESCO has indicated that mangroves are under threat of disappearing. The increasing temperatures, changes in rainfall, and enhanced frequency of extreme weather affect our mangroves. Therefore, we need to act against climate change. The Caribbean is taking action through the Pan American Health Organization's Strengthening Climate Resilient Health Systems project. With funding from the European Union, PAHO has worked with 5 sub-regional partners and launched the University of the West Indies Climate Change and Health Leaders Fellowship Program. Here is how Steve Daniel, a graduating fellow, has taken action against climate change.
I work in the Ministry of Health and Wellness as an environmental health specialist, and I'm responsible for issues relating to water quality, sanitation, etc. It was an opportunity when it was presented to me to be better equipped to handle these issues as they emerge.
The wetlands, better referred to as the swamp, over the period of time, it has caused some issues. The main one usually has to do with the houses downwind, which can be affected greatly at night by mosquitoes.
The unmanaged wetland is a public health risk primarily through its capacity to breed mosquitoes. In a heat wave, you can get isolated pockets of water that emerge because of the tides. And because it is so dry, those water pockets are separated from the wider water bodies that contain fish. And where there are no fish, you get mosquito breeding. The problem with this particular wetland, therefore, is potentially exacerbated because of how close the wetland itself is to the community, as well as a primary school which is here. In addition to that, this is a tourist area. There are people in this area who come from all over the world. And the way how certain vector-borne diseases work, using malaria as an example, you just need a human host that may be positive being present in this area. And if they are bitten by one of the mosquito-borne vectors here, it creates an opportunity for potential spread.
The swamp, it helped me to survive. Sell crabs, coconut, fish, you stick to fish walk. So the swamp is really a necessity. It's really a beautiful place. I would like to see the sluice gate go more regular. So then we eradicate some of the mosquito egg. We won't be so pesky. And more care to the swamp. Yeah, cleaning the grass. Only a couple of years ago, they should clean the grass. Nobody don't do that now.
The fellowship was extremely instrumental in allowing me to understand how to address the climate change issues at a ground level and not a policy level. For instance, the community aspect of the battle against climate change and its impact upon health. That was a very important component of the training through this fellowship because the human interest stories are absolutely critical to us really addressing the issues, identifying the issues, as well as developing solutions.
I believe that a more regular and a sustained maintenance project could be implemented in the long run. Because at times when we have the rainy season, as we're having now, the grass and the bush could get rather high. So going forward, we would like to see the area being developed to accommodate the members of the community first of all. Something like a recreational space. It could become a tourist attraction area. The swamp could be flowing. You could have little paddle boards, charging a small fee. And the whole area could become a nature sanctuary.
The solution is really about developing a plan that is sustainable in terms of its ability to solve the public health issues, as well as one that really embraces the needs of the community.